Now, moving on to the Nigerian Premier Football League, it's entering, of course, a decisive phase as the race for Continental sport heats up with just a few matches left. The pressure is mounted on clubs aiming to secure a place in next season's CAF competitions. Ikorodu City, in their debut top-flight season, have stunned many with their fearless performances and remain firmly in contention. Rivers United, with their experience and recent Continental pedigree, are also pushing hard to return to the big stage. Meanwhile, Abia Warriors are chasing history, eyeing their first ever CAF appearance. Every point now matters as these teams battle for prestige, prize money, and a chance to represent Nigeria on the Continental stage. The NPFL title race may be tight, but the Continental chase is even more tight. I mean, let's look at the table as a stand, the top 6 and bottom 6, and look at also the fixtures remaining for the top teams, and of course for teams battling for survival at the moment. All right, interesting times ahead. Remo Stars are still topping the table as it stands. Okay, these are the final games of the teams looking for Continental sports. Ikorodu City have to play Akwa United away from home. Ikorodu City would now be at home to Bayelsa United. Remo Stars would play home to Ikorodu City, and Ikorodu City will be at home to Abia Warriors. If we can have that of Rivers United, Remo Stars' final 4 games, they play against Niger Tornadoes. El Kanemi Warriors will be away to El Kanemi. They'll be at home to Ikorodu, and they'll be away to Bayelsa United. And Rivers United will be away from home against Canopilas. They'll be at home against Rangers. That's a game to watch out for. They'll be away to Kwara United, and they'll be at home to Nasarawa United. Let's take a look at Enugu Rangers. Enugu Rangers will be at home to Eyimba. That's an Oriental derby right there at the Cathedral. And Rivers United will be they'll be away to Rivers United. They'll be at home to Katsina. And the final game of the season, they'll be away to Shooting Stars Football Club right there in Ibadan. If we can have Abia Warriors, right? Abia Warriors will be home to Shooting Stars, away to Niger Tornadoes, home to El Kanemi Warriors, and away to Ikorodu City. Jidechi, let's take a look at the top teams battling for Continental sport. These are the series of games they have to play to pick, the 3 slots up for grab. Remo Stars look like the title is in their hands, except they want to throw it away. But the remaining 2 slots, the second place and third place team, Ikorodu City, Rivers United, Enugu Rangers, Abia Warriors.
I think you're the one I didn't have this conversation with earlier in the season when I mentioned, I'm not sure I wanted Ikorodu City to qualify for, to take the other Continental spot, but I would not lie to you. Of all the other teams that are in the race for this Continental slots, they look like the most solid side right now. They've not let their foot off the gas in their most recent matches. They've been performing at a standard I wouldn't have particularly expected them to. So I think at this point, and also considering their fixtures are not as difficult as the likes of Rangers or Abia Warriors or Rivers United, I think at this point, they most likely will be finishing in that third spot. I would say of all the teams I expected more from, Shooting Stars did disappoint me a lot because they were at this stage in the season last year and somehow they missed out very narrowly. I was expecting even better from them, but I mean, they've gone far away from this. So I think the top 3 is locked the way it is right now. Rangers I would have also expected more from, but I don't see a way they would be making it back. Their final running games are as difficult as they could come. Rivers United, Eyimba, Shooting Stars, come on. It's not going to be easy for them, especially considering how they've dropped points at home in recent matches. You can't even trust them anymore to secure wins on the road or away from or at home as they would have usually done. So yes, for the champions Enugu Rangers, I think it's as good as done for them this season. At best, a 5th place finish maybe, but I don't see them doing better than that. Shooting Stars also similar to that. Abia Warriors somehow another team that impressed me this season. I don't even know how they are at this point in the season. They are at this stage, at this position at this stage in the season. It's very surprising for me. Abia Warriors, what Mama Akabo have been able to achieve this season. So maybe a season of surprises. Ikorodu United and Abia Warriors for the season they've had so far. They do deserve that final position of that final continental slot in the season. So yes, I think that's about it for me this season. I think the position of the teams is as locked as it could be. Rivers United, they very well know in their hearts that they are not taking a league title off Remo Stars anytime soon. It's not happening. They can best go back to the continent. If anything, Finidi has proven himself being able to achieve this feat with two different clubs. Did it so well with Enyimba, even though the Enyimba season was not as impressive as this Rivers United season, but he's been able to replicate something similar with yet another club. That's to show that Finidi is not to be overlooked. Yes, he might not have succeeded with the Super Eagles, but he's been able to achieve something impressive with two Nigerian, Nigerian clubs.
Let's take a look at.
So I think the season is as locked as it might be right now.
All right, and let's quickly take a look at the relegation battle. Lobby Stars relegated already. 3 more teams will be relegated. If we can have Akwa United, let's look at Sunshine Stars, Akwa United, Nasarawa United, Heartland, Abia Warriors. Any of these teams can still be relegated. That's depending on the remaining 4 matches and how well they pick points from these games. Akwa United have a series of key games to watch out for. They play home against Ikorodu City, away at Bendel Insurance, home to Bayelsa United, away at Heartland. Difficult games for the Promise Keepers, and the team once upon a time won the Premier League title. Are looking forward to life in the NNL if they get relegated. Nasarawa United also a team that has been relegated before and came back to the league. It seems they've also learned their lessons, and they're looking forward to return to where they're coming from if they do not pick points in their remaining game. Heartland FC, once upon a time, they were close to picking a top 6 finish, but now they're battling relegation. They are home, away at Nasarawa, home to Plateau, away at Bendel Insurance, home to Akwa United. Difficult games for the coach of the side, Emmanuel Amuneke, right there. And of course, let's look at some of other teams who are also battling relegation at the moment. All right, so we'll just keep tabs with these 2 teams, but it's going to be a difficult one right there. At the end of the day, it is what it is. 3 or 4 teams will be relegated, and 4 teams will be promoted from the NNL.